This is Dal Houston, and I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. My videos address how to change your circumstances in life, whether they be financial, personal, social, or just life in general. I know there are hundreds, if not thousands, of similar sites. With that said, for better or worse, I just see the world differently than others, and I can tell you without any hesitancy that you will find thoughts, strategies, and ideas here you won't find anywhere else. It is my sincere hope you will find the content interesting and enjoyable. Thank you. Hey gang, Dal here this morning. Headed to the office to do some legal research, and it's kind of on my mind. I was trying to figure out what I could talk about this morning that would be relevant to you guys. One of the things that I have to do when I do legal research is it's a lot of fun, actually. It doesn't sound like it, but it can be. Is looking for the pivotal distinction. So you're comparing two cases. I got the case I'm looking at. That's my case, and I'm looking back at old cases that the court has decided years ago, and looking to say, hey, this is the law, judge, that you should decide this case in our favor. And so lots, if not most of the time, you are looking for that pivotal distinction. That is, it doesn't matter how much one case is the same or different than the other, you're looking for that pivotal distinction. Now, I sincerely doubt most of you could give a damn about my legal research, so I'm going to try to boil that down into why that is important in life in general. Using some clients as an example, I've got one client that's was a client for about 15 years. Really smart guy. He started off really poor, and he got into a business that honestly didn't cost much money to get into. Its entry wasn't that difficult, and he got into it, and he did a really good job. And we sat and talked. Man, I could just expand. I could expand numerous operations within this particular town where he's at, or city where he's at. Or I could go into other cities. I could go nationwide. He said, my problem is I can't find good help. We'd sit and talk about it. So what are you looking for? What kind of help are you looking for? I want somebody just like me. I want somebody just like me. And I said, no, you don't. Well, yeah, I do. I started from the ground up, and I learned every part of it. Nobody helped me. I worked for this guy, and he was rough on me, and that's what made me. I said, but you don't understand. His problem was, as we sat and talked, he said, the problem is, I get some good help, and they learn the business, and they go on and compete against me. I said, that is why you do not want somebody just like you. I said, what you want is somebody with your good work ethic, someone who's reliable, but who does not want to be on their own. I said, and I think you could, start a retirement planning for them, maybe a buy-in so they can get in somewhere at some point, get into the business where they actually own it. And most important, what you got to have is training, so you can take these people and pull in someone who doesn't quite have the ambition you had or the self-determination you had, and train them. Oh, by God, no, I do not want to. I want somebody like me, somebody who come from the bottom up and has got the skill. I said, no, you don't. They're competing against you. What is it you don't see? Now, ultimately, that guy's not my client anymore. It's a mutual parting of the ways. But he still got the same operation he did, which is successful. But he could absolutely had it. And he could have been, if that's what you want, he could have been in every major city in the United States doing business. And he's in one, and again, he's got a pretty good reputation, pretty good business. But he wanted to be more, and he could have been more. Got another client. Kind of similar. He come from a real poor background. He's worked hard. really smart guy, and he's always an entrepreneur, always trying something new. You know, he called me up and say, "Whoa, we're going to do this," and I'm like, "Whoa, where'd that come from?" And his ideas are good. Now, he's went broke over and over and over again. Thank goodness he's got a base business that when they don't go good, he can go back to it and make his money back, and he gets a big nest egg build up again, and out he goes. But the problem is they're good ideas. But what his problem is kind of similar to my other friend. He also likes to use people who are similar to him. Now, the difference between him, he's a really good guy, and the people he feels comfortable with are usually, once you meet them and talk to them, within a period of 10 or 15 minutes, you're saying, no, that is not, you do not want to turn them loose with this business. You do not want them affiliated with you. They are shysters. You can't trust this person. And yet, he is so bound and determined that that's the kind of people he feels comfortable with. And I've told him, you need to get used to hiring people and working people for you that you don't necessarily feel comfortable having a beer with on Friday evening, but instead somebody you feel comfortable with handling money for you, handling client relations for you, handling business for you. Because I said, each and every time you do the same thing, you get involved with the wrong person and they steal from you. And hence your business falls apart. Or you give them responsibility and they don't follow through with it when they should have. Okay? You need to break that. But he wants that kind of person that on Friday evening after the work week's done, he can go drink a beer with. That is what he's looking for. No, man. No, you don't. Excuse me. Finally, I have clients come in all the time, says, okay, and they'll give me the case. I got a couple of estates right now, and they're both very similar, and they're saying, you know, Dad, Mom, this will, this trust that was done isn't what they wanted. What can we do? You know, somebody forged it. Somebody, you know, was influencing him, and they will provide me page after page of emails saying, you know, when I was young, Dad did this and he told me this, and that was 40 years ago, and they somehow seem to think that is relevant. I try to be nice to them. I understand this may be emotional for you and you may need to get this off your chest, but none of that matters. What we've got to look at, getting back to the legal research, is that pivotal distinction. What makes this different? What is that one or other facts that come into here that we say, this is why it should not be this way? And what happened 40 years ago is irrelevant. What happened usually 30 years ago is irrelevant. 20 years, even 5 years ago. Listen, and then I'll tell them, here's what we're kind of looking for, and yet I just get back this stuff, page after page after page of irrelevant stuff. And so my point today is, there may be distinctions. You may say, you know, I failed because of this, or I'm failing because of this, or this is in my way. But you've got to look and say, what is that distinction that I can change, that matters, that isn't just a distinction, but it is a distinction that matters and switches it from being in this column to this column. Once you figure that out, whether it be in your business, your personal life, your emotional life, things will change. Guys, I hope you follow all this. I hope you can get something from it. It's a little bit different video today, but I hope you'll enjoy it anyway. Hey, talk to you later, guys.